I'm her worst nightmare. I'm her worst nightmare because I fully realize and understand that she will never belong to me. Her pussy will never belong to me. Her mind will never belong to me. Her soul will never belong to me. I am her worst nightmare because I understand that I will never belong to her. My heart will never belong to her. My soul will never belong to her. My mind will never belong to her. I am her worst nightmare because I do not have any desires of sex. I do not have any desires of lust because I understand that falling under that spell can destroy myself. I'm her worst nightmare because I understand that I have total control over my thoughts and my body. I have total control. My body does not control me. My mind does not control me. Nothing controls me. I am her worst nightmare because I do not give a fuck, and I never will give a fuck. I never will care to. I am her worst nightmare because I have no desire of an intimate relationship. I have no desire of a friendship. I am her worst nightmare because I do not care about her. I do not think about her. I do not long for her. I do not need her. I do not want her. I am her worst nightmare because I can be completely by myself and not give a fuck about having anyone around me. I am her worst nightmare because I've accepted loneliness. However, I am not alone. I am her worst nightmare because my best friend is solitude. I am her worst nightmare because I value myself over her and I will never put her above myself. I am her worst nightmare because I am a dog that can never be neutered. Whether it's by the government, whether it's by society, whether it's by other people's opinions, views, I cannot be neutered. I am her worst nightmare because I think for myself. I am her worst nightmare because I have no intentions to love her. The only person I love is the person that I see in front of myself. I am her worst nightmare because I am deemed selfish. I am her worst nightmare because I choose myself over her and everything of this world. I am her worst nightmare because I naturally radiate and I will never bring myself down to her level. I am her worst nightmare because I cannot lose in the mind games. I am her worst nightmare because the mind games that she attempts to play to me, I will deflect and play them on her and I will break her and then I will never talk to her again. I am her worst nightmare because I value the attention that I give. I am her worst nightmare because I do not give out free attention to anybody. I am her worst nightmare because I know how valuable my mind, energy, my voice, my speech is. I am her worst nightmare because I am heartless. However, I have love inside of myself. I am her worst nightmare because I am everything that society does not want a man to be. I am her worst nightmare because I am me.